I can hear my. Welcome back to the Nafisa Dango Show. And it's a very inspired afternoon, the second day of Ramadan. Um, I w- we seem to be echoing. Just give me a second.
What's wrong?
Come listen here. If I talk to yourself. Say hello. How's it?
Oh,
Yeah, can you hear?
I'm supposed to use these. Talk.
Hello, how are you? Is that yeah, it's echoing. I can hear myself talking. Can you hear? You hear?
Usually you don't hear yourself
Nothing,
talking.
nothing, because it's you must remember it's disruptive. How am I going to interview my guest if everything's reverberating? And then
I don't know, and Zer's not here, and we're running out of time.
and this happened yesterday as well. So it's very disruptive because what happens is that's what Bibi Amina was reading about because
technical thing.
There's this resident echo. There's a resident echo, and even if I move the paper, you'll hear the paper moving.
Kick her out. Kick her out. Yeah.
Kick me out.
Yeah.
She kicking me out.
Just kick you out, and then
that didn't sound very pleasant, but anyway, kick her out.
She out.
I'm out. Am I out?
Out of the stream. Is she out?
Am I out the stream? Because come listen. There's a
okay. Kick her out.
Kick me out. Put me back in again.
Yeah, and then let's see.
There's this resonant echo. So when I talk, it happened with Bibi Amina yesterday. Same story. It's like I reverberate. Everything is echoing back at me. Even if I touch a paper or a pen or anything for that matter. Welcome back to Inspired Afternoons with myself, Nafisa Dango. We seem to be having a little bit of a technical glitch there, but it seems to have sorted itself out. My very first guest for today is going to be talking to us about the healthy side of Ramadan and getting ourselves into a greater perspective as far as our well-being with our health is concerned. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Faaizer has completed her Bachelor of Science degree in Dietetics through the University of the Free State, is a member of the Association for Dietetics in South Africa, the GI Smart Club, and the HPCSA. Following her community service at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital, she's established her private practice in Johannesburg, where she provides clients with evidence-based solutions for wellness, weight loss, and disease prevention. She has contributed to magazines such as Cosmopolitan and Sisters Magazine and has appeared on television. She serves as part of the social media team from the ADSA and has helped to bring her love for nutrition and health to the social media platform. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very warm welcome to Inspired Afternoons with myself, Nafisa Dango, this afternoon, Sister Faaizer. How are you doing today?
Assalamu alaikum. Very well, thanks. And yourself?
Alhamdulillah, very excited. Looking forward to chatting to you about a different perspective. I think Ramadan, as I said, when I start off, is always about reflection, retrospection, and reconnection. And I think a lot of the times we don't understand the importance of nutrition and health and our well-being, because of course a healthy mind and a healthy body go together. But before we get into that, I find your resume very exciting. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll delve into your passion for wanting to help people out.
Okay, so it's been a long time since I heard my bio. um, um, so basically, I'm a dietitian. I qualified quite a few years ago, so I've been doing this for a while. I'm a mom. I'm a working mom. I have a husband who has, a very demanding job. So I understand when there's someone in front of me who has a very busy, demanding lifestyle and work, and to change something because they all of a sudden have a high cholesterol or they're insulin resistant, or they need to make a change for the betterment of their health. My passion comes through cooking, eating. We're not the food police. I didn't become a dietitian because I tell you what you can't eat. I want to tell you what you can eat and how you can make your life better and healthier.
And that makes so much of sense. I think a lot of the times, like people like myself, especially, we're always on the run and we're not realizing what we're putting down. And those kind of things have an effect on our systems. It may not show immediately, but at some point in our lives, it does surface. So I think having to get into a healthy living space, a healthy eating space is very important for us long term.
Yes, definitely. And if you want mental vitality, if you want to be able to perform on a mental level, you need to look at what you're eating, what are you putting in your body, how are you fueling yourself so that you can get the most out of your time.
Yeah, that's true. Let's talk about wellness during Ramadan. And, I think what happens is many a time, and I think I'm also guilty of it, is you eat whatever you want during the course of the year. And come Ramadan, it's such a spiritual month. It's such a blessed month. It makes you reflect, and then you start eating all those amazing things like the sunnah foods, which are so healthy and so beneficial for your body. And then post Ramadan, everything goes back to normal. So let's tap into that and talk to people about, trying to follow a routine that's going to be beneficial for them throughout their lives, not just throughout Ramadan itself. Something that they can follow, something that is not too difficult. I think a lot of people that are on the run tend to eat the wrong things due to the fact that they don't actually have the time to stop and or go at home and prepare something healthy and nutritious.
Okay, so if you are setting down any healthy eating habits in Ramadan, it's the perfect time to start because you've got 30 days, and research shows us that we need about 21 days to take a habit and make it into a lifestyle commitment. So it's the perfect time if you want to change the way you eat for breakfast or if you want to change the way you eat for supper, it's the perfect time to do it. So if you want to pray better, if you want to feel better during Ramadan, if you want to let go of that fatigued feeling, you definitely need to fuel your body correctly so you can fast better. You don't want to get to the 25th fast and you're telling everybody, I'm dead, I can't do this anymore. So we want to do away with that. So we've embarked on a big social media campaign on Instagram, and what we're doing is we're just uploading healthy tips every day just to help our followers to change little habits at a time. And the one thing you can do at suhoor is, if you want to start with your suhoor, is start with a healthy, high fiber breakfast. This can be anything from a whole wheat toast, based on a whole wheat toast, or it can be based on a whole wheat cereal or a porridge. So a lot of people, come Ramadan, they all start with oats, and oats is such a great breakfast idea. It's slow digesting, it's soluble fiber, so it's healthier for the gut. And combining it with a high protein source, or anything like a milk or a yogurt, keeps you full for longer, and it gives you that slow digesting breakfast that you want. So it really fuels you for a long part of the day. So you don't have to think of suhoor as being a small breakfast. You can make it as big as you want, depending on how much you want to eat and how you feel at suhoor.
And I think also, as you were talking about oats, the other day I was reading about talbina, which is also a form of oats, and it's a sunnah food. and they were talking about the benefits of it. So that's also something to look at from a sinner point of view if you'd like to get involved. Because I know some people are lazy; they don't like to eat porridges and those types of things early in the morning. I think a glass of milk goes down easier, and I have that in my family where they just like find the glass of milk easier. So what is your take on those types of things?
Whatever you can do to make it easier, so blend it, make yourself a little high protein breakfast smoothie, or you can use, there's quite a few products in the market that work quite well in a high protein. Like, for example, the Future Life breakfast cereals are high in protein and they low GI. And then you've got the Jungle Oats high protein cereal as well. And we've got the whole wheat Pro Nutro, which also, if you mix with milk, and you can quickly gulp it down. So that's also much better than just drinking milk for Seri.
What other advice would you give our listeners today as far as their eating habits are concerned during the month of Ramadan, and then having to, of course, follow through with it after?
Okay, so take one habit that you want to change and change it for 30 days. So if you don't like eating vegetables, then in soup. If you don't like eating breakfast, then your suhoor is the perfect time to set down that habit of eating breakfast. And small little changes make a big impact on your health overall. If you're lazy to drink water, then make sure you drink about 2 liters between iftar and Seri. So that's really important to keep hydrated. And then pre-planning and prepping meals is also important and falls part of self-care and making sure you look after yourself. We've had quite a bit of that over COVID. So if you want to eat healthier, you need to do some meal prepping, as easy or as complicated as you want it to be. But make sure you plan some meals so that you can look after your body.
Talking about looking after your body, what about people that are now fasting that had previously suffered from COVID? What sort of advice would you give them? What sort of things should they eat to be able to boost their systems and be in a better space so that they can manage that fast?
Okay, so we've been seeing quite a bit of that, and that's really, really important. So at breakfast and at iftar, at Seri and iftar, you want to have a combination of a protein, a carb, and a high fiber, like a vegetable source, because that's where you're going to get all your antioxidants. And antioxidants are going to fight the damage from COVID and COVID-related infections. So if it's breakfast, it could be, for example, a whole wheat toast, a scrambled eggs, baby spinach and mushrooms, and maybe red peppers in your scrambled egg. So that combined together will give you the perfect and ideal meal for antioxidant and a high fiber breakfast. At iftar, again, the same thing. So you really want to do away with a lot of the traditional fried foods, or keep it really to a minimum. And then again, include maybe some grilled chicken breast, a high fiber starch, so maybe like some whole wheat pasta or some brown rice, and a side salad or steamed vegetables, or it could even be a vegetable-based soup. So you really want to combine all your different food groups so that you get better absorption in the gut, and then you can have that maximum antioxidant effect on the body.
And it's so interesting that you speak about the gut, because that is actually the most important thing when it comes to your health, is your gut bacteria. How do we keep our gut bacteria, should we say, healthy and start looking after it? Because we know if that bacteria is not good, then we are prone to many ailments as such.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we've also got the gut brain.
Faaizer, we seem to have lost. Okay. Yeah, I think you're just going to have to repeat that. We lost sound there for a second.
Okay. Yes. So in terms of our gut, we've got quite a few different axes that come out from the gut. So we've got the gut-brain axis, the gut-skin axis, and if you want to manage your gut, and if you want to have better health, you need to feed the bacteria in your gut. And that means feeding it with pre and probiotics. So your prebiotics is things that are going to ferment in the stomach. So for example, anything like, your fruit and vegetables, a little bit of yogurt, adding a probiotic if you're really feeling gassy and bloated, lots of fiber. So our gut bacteria likes fiber. It ferments it in the stomach, in the small intestine, and produces something called short-chain fatty acids. And those short-chain fatty acids give a lot of health benefits. So for example, lowers our cholesterol, make sure, it prevents depression. It helps to keep us healthy, lose weight, stuff like that. So quite a few different beneficial effects when we do feed our gut correctly.
Yeah, that's very true. Because the thing is, I think a lot of the times, until of course COVID came about, is when I really started looking at ways to stay healthier and boosting my immune system. And this is when I came across the gut bacteria. And I think it's something we overlook many a time. We'll look at other things as far as our health is concerned. And eating these things during Ramadan, it also helps boost our immune systems, because we're fasting, and then when we break our fast, we're eating all the correct things, and our body's getting into a better space as we go along. And 30 days is definitely going to turn it around, because as we know, that's what fasting does. It actually rejuvenates your cells and things like that. So having to eat healthy is going to create a whole holistic being as far as your health is concerned.
Oh, definitely. I think also the first contact of food in the body is in the gut. And if we feed our gut and our gut bacteria correctly, we will be able to prevent a lot of illnesses, but also help to cure a lot of illnesses, just by eating correctly and making sure you have enough of the good gut bacteria growing.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot, because I know you love cooking, and at one stage you had a little program going. So maybe you could give us one little good idea that we can take with us home and prepare for either iftar or sehri to kickstart us into that healthy mode. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so I've got this delicious oats recipe. A lot of my patients text me back the day after, and they're like, "I'm never skipping breakfast again." So you need a grated apple, you need cinnamon, you need about a tablespoon of any oil. So sorry, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon of oil. So it could be coconut oil, or it could be a little bit of butter also. So you want to braise your apple in your coconut oil for a little while until it gets a little bit soft. And then you add about a pinch or so of cinnamon. So I like a lot of cinnamon. So depending on your flavor. And then you add chia seeds, linseeds. You add the oats in, and then you add milk. So any milk that you like. It could be a nut milk. It could be dairy milk. And then you let this cook. And once the oats is boiling, starts to bubble, you switch it off and you close the pot, and you leave that until sehri. So this you want to do like after iftar, after you've prayed, if you're going back into the kitchen, and you leave this. And then in the morning, when you get up for sehri, you just slightly warm it, or warm it in the microwave, or even on the stove. Add a little bit of honey, and you've got a delicious sehri right there. So
I'm going to get our producer to actually get that recipe and post it on our site, because I think that's going to be very beneficial for many people out there. Because already you explaining that to me has gotten me into that space of wanting to try it out. So I think we'll start with me. So we're going to get our producer to get the details, and then we'll post that as well on our site. So if people want to, of course, start off their healthy diet, then this is the better way to do it. Starting off sehri time with really delicious, yummy oats. It sounds really good. And of course, it's also nutritious. And I think a lot of the time, people are under the misconception that if they eat something nutritious, it's not very tasty. But I suppose it's how it's being prepared and the way we put things together that matters.
Oh, definitely. It doesn't mean you're going to eat healthy, that it's going to be bland, salt and pepper food every day. It's going to be full of flavor, full of color. So it's food that will make you feel good.
Most definitely. What message would you like to leave our viewers with today?
What can I say? Ramadan is so important. Ramadan is the month where, we ask for forgiveness, and we really sacrifice a lot. So look after your bodies, feed your bodies well, and because it's also an iman from Allah. And so if you feed your body well, still getting extra thawab, and you're looking after your body at the same time.
Most definitely. I think you couldn't have said that better. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I really appreciate you taking out the time. You've inspired us to have a look at that recipe and start changing the way we eat, of course, just from that one recipe. We're going to definitely get a hold of it, post it. But thank you so much for trying to entice us into a healthier space.
Thank you so much for having me.
The pleasure was ours. You take care of yourself and have a blessed Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That was Faaizer Laher giving us a take on how to eat healthier during the month of Ramadan. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in a moment.